Alright guys, Moffat from the Disciples, and who do we have here today?
Mitchell, got 7th place at the Birmingham Regional this weekend.
And what is this?
It's Mutant Sprite.
Mutant Sprite, what are mutants?
M05, Mutant. It's a good engine to get to sprint, starts the whole deck. And,
Okay,
yeah,
I'm gonna have to say a word on that. But...
no one was expecting it, so...
Alright, show us a goo.
Yeah, let's get into it. Alright, no surprises. 3 blue, 3 jet, 2 red, carrot, the Sprite main deck monsters. I didn't normally used to play 2 red, but it comes up quite a bit. A lot of time you're searching carrot first, so it's nice to actually hard draw the red. It comes up in the grind. If you get your board wide, you have access to another one. Obviously, 3 starter. Start coming back, did a lot for the deck, lets you play in the draw phase, play around draw a bit better. Gamma burst, we kill very quickly. Had a lot of games which didn't go longer than 10 minutes. The regional, which was nice.
Quickly.
Yeah, finished them off pretty quickly.
How many times did you OTK?
It's got to be at least like half my matches.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Like if the board wasn't that great, or I push through with the board breakers, which we'll come to later, I'm just killing them with Gamma burst. So it helps with the mental strain as well because you're playing less.
And because you're playing Sprite as well.
Absolutely, yeah. And then double cross. It's a broken card. You got to play it. I think that's it for the sprites. Just put these to the side for now.
Would you play Pixies?
if we start Elf, absolutely. Yeah, that card's nice, but not in the middle. And then the mutants. So emergency teleport, 2 M05 and a mutant.
Right. So tell me what these cards do.
Yeah. So emergency teleport summons a level 2 psychic. So obviously we summon M05 in the draw phase.
Obviously,
yeah,
right? Everyone
obviously.
knows if you activate E-Tele, you summon this guy, right?
So we summon M05 in the draw phase. It adds mutant. If you control a mutant, you can special this one. And that's your sprint right there. The reason why I liked it, E-Tele, first of all, your opponents don't know what's coming as soon as you activate E-Tele blind. And as soon as they see an M05, their eyes light up, they go wide, they're like, oh, it's a free win, they start rubbing their hands together. But then obviously you just go main phase and you make sprint with these 2. Arguably you can play a Ghost Ogre to make this a better utility card, but I opted just to have this as a better starter.
Do people often ash this and imperm this?
Yeah, absolutely. This got impermed 5 times in the event, which was very nice because I just special blue combo off. This got ashed a few times as well. It's going second into a board. It actually functions as a board break as well because it just represents Zeus or anything that you need.
And would you, if you open like, I don't know, a Sprite card playing this, would you hold this for after they interrupt your Sprite play, or what's your general?
Nah, so normally you start with this. You want this to bait interaction, essentially, so that the sprites can go protected, so there's no hand traps left.
Makes sense.
It does get a bit awkward. Sometimes you have to sequence your turn correctly because if you have start and teleport, E-Tele, you're doing both in the draw phase, but obviously this locks you into 2, so then you can't special this.
Yeah, that's a good
but obviously you don't need your normal, if you have these 2 already playing anyway, so you just normal this to extend further and it's fine.
Cool.
But yeah, it's just a good. These are 5 extra 1-card starters, which help with the consistency on the day.
Did they ever feel bricky though with the mutant cards themselves?
Sometimes you draw the one off, and it does hurt a lot. But most of the times, like I said, this deck's running 15 1-card starters, so a lot of times, as long as you're playing, it's fine. You can have dead cards in hand, which will come up on the theory later on because I was also main decking ball breakers. Obviously, playing the Nimble package, it makes the sprint work. Just 3 beaver, 2 angler. I opted to play the melfys. Essentially, what the theory of this deck was to have 15 1-card starters and let me play going first. And I wanted to essentially consistently set up a strong end board, and I felt like I needed the melfys to achieve that. A lot of people think they're bricky, but at the end of the day, if you draw one, you can still do the exact same end board and use melfy the first to add the other, because Catty can add any beast, so you just add a beaver for follow-up if you happen to hard draw one of these, so it's fine. I wouldn't cut those. They came out a lot, well, they came out every single time I went second though, obviously.
Yeah.
You had Cool Buy. It's really good, especially into Fire Kings. You can like Cool Buy some of their stuff in the standby, cuts them off follow up, and yeah, I had 1-card slot. It just fit in there nicely. 3 prosp. This ties the deck together. I don't need to explain why prosp is broken, but essentially it got me into board breakers when I needed them, or got me into starters if I needed those ones. And I opted to play a board breaker package in the main. So we had 2 Frost. Change of Heart, Talents, Lightning Storm, Happy's Feather Duster, Raigeki, which I'll come back to in a minute because this card was goated all day, evenly matched, and then just to give us a bit more flexibility, Foolish Burial, so this could get you into engine. Essentially the theory of this was in the main, was that when I go first, I'm always consistently setting up an end board, so I didn't really need non-engine to help me go first. I just wanted to be able to push through boards going second and kill them quickly with the Gamma Burst, which we came up with earlier. Obviously this one doesn't really tie in with that, but sometimes you just resolve this and set up an M2 and you just win anyway. Raigeki helped me lethal people all day. Not many people expecting their board to just disappear. And obviously, when you're under gigantic, they're not floating into any other monsters anyway. So it was really good. I do recommend using this with care because it will upset some people very deeply. And you know, you don't want any altercations right in an event, but it's goated. I would play it again. So that was the main deck. 40 cards, nice and clean.
Just go extra.
Yeah, no problem. So get into the extra deck. 2 gigantic, 2 sprint. A lot of people don't play the second one. My theory on that is this is a hand trap magnet. If this gets stopped, I want it for the follow-up turn because this just gets you so many bodies. That's why I played the second one. Sometimes it's just nice to be able to link off a body with level 2. IP and Little Knight. Essentially, this is your M board if you can't kill them when you're going second and you've sided the Melfys out. M2, you're just setting up IP with Sprint, Gigantic, and sometimes a carrot or a red, and that's usually enough after you push for a board to get you there. So you absolutely need to play these. Kind of utility cards, we had Nimble, Dark, Mannequin Cat, and Typhon. Nimble, some people don't play it again, but again, I think this card's mandatory because under Gamma Burst it's a 3/3 beater, and it's just removing a body that's going to block you from getting game, and at the end of the day we're trying to kill quickly, so it really helps with that. Dark comes up, but you got to be careful of it because again you get 2 locked a lot in this deck, and if your opponent's not got level 2 Darks in the grave it's a bit tough, but it can summon SPs, IPs, those kind of things, even when you're 2 locked, which is quite nice. Mannequin Cat, I did have a card in the side deck for this, but I only came out once. This card came up all day despite that, because this gets you back into engine after they've broken through your board. You can special any dark you want, go into blue jet, and you're playing. Against fire decks, it's really good because if they special a fire, you can get carrot or red out, so it just translates. This basically just comes on the gate. And Typhon only summoned once all day. It's good to have it in the grip, but I don't think it's mandatory. It's probably a space you could cut.
You're playing Zeus as well, right? Or,
yeah, Zeus package as well.
Do you ever Zeus? How many times did you use Zeus Typhon?
I didn't Zeus Typhon once, to be fair. Most times you make a format Zeus, so
yeah.
You normally just keep the Zeus up if we wipe them. Speaking of Zeus, the Zeus package, Mosquito, Downerd, and Zeus. This card's nice as well because it can facilitate OTKs if they have big guys on board, which people know by now, so they always try to play around us the best they can. But yeah, Zeus was great all day. This package is mandatory. Completely won me a game on its own against Fire Kings, so definitely recommend. And lastly, obviously, to round up the extra deck, we got the 2 Melfy cards. This adds your Melfy, and this is what you make. Summon negate. We summon it back with double cross. It's 2 omni negates. The floodgate effect's great as well. A lot of people forgot about the floodgate, and it caught them out a couple of times, so that was quite nice.
Nice.
Then moving on to the side deck. For some reason, this card didn't get banned, so we played it. Yeah, I mean, this card just won me games on its own. Definitely recommend it. The logic behind it though is that the only card you really lose to is like hard ball breakers like Dark Ruler, Lightning Storm. Sometimes like it just cuts off that layer and makes them have to play into your broken end board. So that's why I liked it. And obviously it's broken, just play it. We had triple Cosmic Cyclone, and we had 3 Ash, 3 Drill. These were kind of utility cards. These 6 specifically were very helpful for siding out cards that were dead when I was going first, just as generic cards that covered a lot of matchups. Same for Droll, we could interchange that, but essentially these only came into matchups they were really against, obviously Droll. Don't need to tell you why that's good in this format, but whenever I went second it came in when the matchup was relevant. But yeah, I liked these 6 because they have good application into a lot of matchups, and I can take out those board breakers I'm maining when I'm going first and have essentially live cards. This is also, I didn't main Ash because I didn't think it's good enough to stop a meta deck on its own. But a deck like Fire Kings where you can just Ash the field spell is pretty strong. A deck like Labyrinth, which I expected to see, it's obviously very strong against, so I wanted to make sure I had it in my deck somewhere. And any rogue branded duelists, I wanted to be able to limit their board as much. Herald of the Abyss, because I did respect Pally as a deck, I expected to play against it, and obviously I'm running 2 Thrusts in the main, 3 Prosp, so 8 out of 1's fine. There's a good chance of me seeing it. If not, I think I could push through with the other cards anyway, but I want to respect the deck still. 1 more Lightning Storm in the side deck. Again, I expect to see a lot more Labs, so I just wanted more Blowout cards against them. I didn't play Lab once, so it didn't really come up. I'm still happy it was there. And lastly, I'd cut this card, Spell Canceller. So this was, in theory, this was for when I got Drolled going first. I can Mannequin Cat, summon back the Droll, go into this. I did it once all day. It didn't matter anyway, I don't think, because my opponent pretty much bricked. So yeah, you just cut this for something else. This could definitely be a better card. But yeah, that's the side deck.
Awesome. So how would you rate the deck going forward? What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think it's difficult to play a deck at every event going forward because obviously a lot of this deck's success comes from the surprise of the mutant cards. They eat a lot of hand traps, they let you play. If that ever catches on, it's going to be good. I don't expect it to, but you know, just in case.
Everyone at Reading's expecting it, that's for sure.
Yeah, unfortunately I couldn't put a new deck together today, so I had to play it again today. But yeah, no, it's a deck I'm very comfortable on, and I think that's one of the most important things at events. Just something you can play consistently and comfortably, and I think that's how I built the deck with the 15 one-card starters. So yeah.
Any shoutouts? Yeah,
shout out Lancia, shout out all my friends and family, everyone that supported me. Shout out to my opponents on the day for losing, it was very good, helped me get there.
It does help.
But no, yeah, shout out to all the boys, they all know they are. Yeah, so hope we can get some more tops this year.
Definitely. Well, thank you very much for the profile, and good luck for the next one.
Cheers, thank you very much.